Ladies and gentlemen, this is your 17th fight of the evening. It will be contested over 3 3-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting at the red corner. This man represents Legends MMA. It's HAMID CHOUDARY. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. This man represents Mjolnir MMA. It's Viktor Gunnarsson. Referee charge the action is
So we have HAMID CHOUDARY representing Legends MMA, and there's a legend of MMA in his corner, Mr. Sam Creasy, Cage Warriors former champion. And then in the other corner, we have Viktor Gunnarsson with Gunnarsson in his corner, former UFC fighter and ADCC fighter. Here we go, HAMID coming out strong to begin with. Viktor does a good job getting a body lock, double underhooks.
Like HAMID's got a deep wizard there. He can turn his shoulder over.
Good job of dragging this to the floor by Viktor. Yeah, we've seen HAMID a lot. Viktor's a little bit of an unknown to us, but I mean, you've got a UFC and ADCC fighter in your corner. What is one of your coaches? Might give away that you're a grappler. Never know. We saw some kickboxing from them earlier.
Yeah, we did. And they've had a difficult night so far as Mjolnir MMA. So
this is very true.
This is a way to get back to winning ways. CHOUDARY looking for maybe a high guard here, locking down the shoulder there.
Yeah, Viktor doing a good job controlling process, keeping pressure in. He's got to be a little bit careful that HAMID doesn't throw up submissions from the bottom.
He's very long and rangy as HAMID CHOUDARY, and he's got a lot of leverage. A really wrestling heavy gym there at Legends MMA, especially with their head MMA coach.
Yeah, they've got Sam Creasy in the corner. He's throwing up submissions now, looking for the
double ankle sweep momentarily there.
Is that the same as an idiot sweep? It's the same as an idiot sweep,
No,
right?
idiot sweep is 2 feet inside and you push the hips.
Oh, okay, we'll give you that.
Because it really makes you feel like an idiot. Oh, there's a punches raining down now from Viktor Gunnarsson.
Viktor's being very patient here.
Here again, it'd be nice to see HAMID looking for an angle, maybe underhooking a leg. Beautiful.
Well, just like that, Steve. You called for it. It's always a risk, though. You get your arm stuck there, and then all of a sudden you're getting punched in the face. Throws up an armbar, rolls out. I love that move, rolling out, trying to pick up the leg, but didn't work. Viktor did a good job of using that transition to get to this mount.
And now we've got a minute with possibly Viktor Gunnarsson working on top. HAMID CHOUDARY's trying to push himself back up to a seated position. Can he wall walk himself, get his head and back onto the fence?
And we haven't seen anyone be able to hold down HAMID CHOUDARY like this. But
not quite yet. Now he's given up both hooks on the back here.
And it's not quite like a normal back position you'd have in a jiu-jitsu or a submission wrestling class, because these big amateur MMA gloves, they just make it really hard to dig under the chin. HAMID doing a good job. He's trying to angle off, trying to slide his shoulders to the mat. Doesn't want to keep Viktor directly behind him. That's going to make it very difficult to deal with. Looking for that angle still. Viktor's trying to find a way to pummel under that chin. It's going to be very hard with 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, this is probably a position that'll be weathered by CHOUDARY, but a round that'll have to be lost to the...
But he hasn't taken much damage, Steve, has he? I mean, considering he's at the bottom of mount and now gave up his back for a good minute of the round, hasn't really taken any damage at all. Still coming into round number 2 nice and fresh, but yeah, that's a big round for Viktor. Gunnarsson
had him in positional trouble, but not necessarily finishing trouble.
We need to talk about the fact that former Cage Warriors champion Sam Creasy in the corner of HAMID CHOUDARY is wearing sequins on his shirt.
Current Octagon
champion. Oh, current Octagon champion. Very good. But he still has sequins on his shirt, Steve.
He does. Yeah.
Are you a fan of the sequins?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well,
like, especially if like you put your brush your hand up and it becomes a different picture, and you brush your hand down, it becomes a different picture.
Goes from white belt to black belt on the bear.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's possible. He's also he's triple R, so I'm not going to tell him.
But Faisal Malik as well in the corner, Cage Warriors competitor,
yep.
And the Terminator, Ibi Basith, there standing outside the cage, carefully watching over. He's currently the champion.
Fighting later tonight, I believe.
Of the bantamweight division, right? He's going to have to defend it against Ryan Keane.
Ryan Keane coming off one of the most controversial decisions we've had on this show.
Definitely.
Yep.
I won't talk too much to that.
Oh no.
It's hard. Now,
Viktor Gunnarsson coming out, trying to pepper that jab, switch his stance, trying to keep it guessing.
Tempo difference going to the head. Very, very slick little head kick there from Gunnarsson. Choudary's got good head movement, but he has to watch that head movement when the high kicks come up.
We said Hamid just look a little bit more relaxed, Steve. I feel like he's just struggling to deal with the timing and the awkwardness of Viktor Gunnarsson.
Yeah, Viktor Gunnarsson's establishing a different tempo than Choudary's used to, I think.
Yeah.
Just got to dig that underhook in.
Yeah, Chowdhury's happy in a war. I feel it's sort of Gunnarsson's picking his shots, he's choosing when to drive in. He's a bit slower than he's maybe expecting or used to, and he's damn good at taking it to the floor.
He's good at that hip position there. You see, he just chucked him to the floor off that hip position.
I'd like to see Hamid try and get his back to the cage, trying to work up.
Wall walk that, yeah, exactly. But now he's got almost an inside, but almost a half butterfly, almost. Kind of.
Yeah, it's not in a bad position for him. Really, he needs that underhook. If he can get a left underhook, it'll make a big difference to his position, because you've established close guard, but I mean, close guard is not great for MMA. It's really not great when you're pressed up against the cage, because now he won't be able to angle off, he won't be able to move. Viktor can just sit in his guard, pepper him with shots, and win another round.
Head position's good, and exactly, there's no onus on Gunnarsson to move at the moment. He can control this position, and then he can look to land shots when he can, without rushing anything. Whereas HAMID Choudary, the pressure is on him to make something happen, because we're into the halfway point of this entire fight, and so far, positionally, it's all been Viktor Gunnarsson.
Yeah, Viktor Gunnarsson looking very sharp. He's posturing over Chowdhury, looking for a big shot. Chowdhury looking for an angle. Underhooks that leg, he's angling up, trying to maybe throw up an armbar. He might better transition from the armbar into a triangle. Viktor needs to stay square.
He's very long legs, this Chowdhury, so maybe he can get over that shoulder.
There's always this battle going on with close guard. The guy on the bottom, he wants angles. Most submissions come from angles. The guy on the top, you're looking for ground and pound and to put pressure on their feet, so you want to stay straight. So the first little battle is angles. And Viktor is generally winning this battle right now. He's staying square with him. When Chowdhury angles off, he's following the hips around. He's not taking any risk trying to pass. He's just putting pressure, leaning forwards. I think he's looking at the clock behind us.
He is. He's watching the clock behind him. Very clever from Viktor Gunnarsson. He knows that the more ride time, the more control time he has, the more pressure it's going to put on Chowdhury, because as these seconds tick down, it'll be 2 rounds to none with 1 to go. There's not really an opportunity there. There's no opportunity to win the judge's decision. Yeah, it's just about finishing.
Nice bit of ground and pound at the end. If there was any question on the judge's eyes that he was just holding, he postures up, gets space, lands a couple of big shots and drops back down. Fantastic. Excellent work there by Viktor Gunnarsson.
It's just good ring generalship.
It is, it's just that. And he's so hard to read. And he looks the smaller, it's probably not the right word, maybe no insult to you, Viktor Gunnarsson. You look the weaker of the two. But in all these wrestling exchanges, you're not the weaker of the two because of your superior positioning.
Exactly, and that's what Sam Creasy is trying to explain right now in the corner, is that you're letting your hip get behind his, and that's what he's looking for. He wants his hips in front so he can drag and chuck you to the floor and then just stay on top of you, press into you. And because he's getting all these takedowns off of the fence, he's falling inevitably into the fence and then using that as a barrier to prevent you from doing any useful guard work.
Now remember, if you're watching this live on pay-per-view, you can drop us a message. I'm at Chris Fenson, BJJ on Instagram. Drop me a message, let me know if you'd like a shout out on the broadcast. I'll see what I can do for you. If you have any questions for myself or the Wrestling Supremo, Mr. Steve Brinkman, let us know. Like martial arts related questions, by the way. We had a load of what animals would win in a fight. It just confused me. Apparently always lion.
Always gorilla.
Always. Do you think a silverback? There we go.
Silverback gorilla beats great white shark in the water.
Does it beat a lion?
Great questions.
I think Viktor Gunnarsson beats a
So who's going to be the lion?
Who's the lion?
Oh, look at that. He goes past. Comes into the single leg. HAMID Choudary's got, again, shoulder position here. He's got to really hike him up. Look, that's exactly what Sam Creasy's telling him to do. Get that elbow up. Hike him up like a pair of trousers. Get a moral victory here. Prevent the takedown.
Yeah, Hamid's got to get some distance. If he could initiate a takedown of his own and try and get to a dominant position, but he can't end up here again, Steve. Viktor's so good at just controlling, being patient,
That's just, yeah, exactly. Having loads and loads of just single-mindedness on.
Oh, that changes things. That really changes things. Viktor's electing to go for a leg, Steve. Can he get a finish on a leg lock? That would be quite exciting. I can't imagine he would go for it from here.
This is nice. Them just hitting each other from here. It's like that Simpsons version of MMA for a second.
That was very smart by Gunnarsson. I mean, he could have tried
on the single.
Yeah, he could have tried to sit back and look for a leg lock, but he's looking at that clock even from there. Let's look at the clock later, Gunnarsson.
Chowdary's still in this. Chowdary's going to look for the finish no matter what. He's got to also understand that Gunnarsson's head's going to constantly drop. So oh, darn.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking forward to like an uppercut battle going on in a bit, but no.
Yeah. I think this is a good fight for HAMID Choudary. He's going to watch this back. There's a lot of little details that can really change the course of this fight. That's the thing, you accept that one takedown, that one bad position, and that's it, you've lost a round.
It's momentum. Yeah, and that's the thing. When you accept that with Gunnarsson on top of you, he's going to hold you, he's going to work on it.
And you have to be aware, I know, you're not fighting the coaches, you're fighting the fighter, but that on the right-hand side of that bald head is Gunnarsson, ADCC competitor, UFC fighter, giving him advice on how to do just that, stay in there, be dangerous. Although he's saying nothing right now, but very stoic of him. Always admire that. Just be like, nah, you're winning. I won't say a thing. Nice and simple. Keep it simple. Viktor's got to be careful. Oh, it's beautiful work. Saw the danger of the triangle being thrown up by HAMID Choudary. Spun around, looking for the back with 40 seconds to go. Nice bit of ground around. He's got that Dagestani handcuff.
He's really locked down at Choudary here.
Yeah. What we mean by the handcuff is, he's lost it now a little bit.
Yeah, he's got a single wrist essentially is what he's got, as you'd call it in wrestling. So he's got a single wrist control, and that's going to pull Chowdary's post out of the way. So he can't post on anything but that hand that's on the open side for Gunnarsson to start attacking. And it's just that Gunnarsson's come on more and more over the course of this fight. And now he's ending in top position on the back, and he's landing punches and he's softening them up. It's definitely, Choudary can go back to the drawing board and look at the pace of this fight, but we got to go to the judges' scorecards.
Yeah, incredible performance there. I mean, I can't imagine how Viktor Gunnarsson hasn't lost that fight. Very impressive.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. And we have a unanimous decision. For your winner, in the blue corner, Viktor Gunnarsson!